Google Gemini, the enterprise AI play you can't ignore. If your organization already uses Gmail, Google Docs, Google Drive, or Google Meet, you already have access to one of the most powerful AI platforms in the world. You just may not be using it yet. Google Gemini is not a standalone AI chatbot competing with ChatGPT for consumer attention. It is a deeply embedded enterprise intelligence layer, already sitting inside the productivity tools that millions of knowledge workers use every single day. And in 2026, it has moved well beyond a writing assistant. Let me show you what it actually does. Google's structural advantage with Gemini is something no other AI platform can replicate: native deep integration with Google Workspace. When Gemini reads your emails before a meeting and prepares a briefing automatically without you asking, that's not a feature. That's a fundamental shift in how knowledge work gets done. Research suggests this alone removes between 20 and 30 minutes of manual preparation per meeting for professionals with busy schedules. The latest model, Gemini 3.1 Pro, handles up to 1 million tokens in a single session. That means it can process an entire contract archive, a full set of policy documents, or a complete project backlog, and answer cross-document questions in seconds. No chunking, no switching between tools. And critically, as of early 2026, Google has bundled Gemini AI features directly into all paid Google Workspace plans. There is no separate license to buy, no additional tool to deploy. For organizations already on Workspace, Gemini is already there. The question is simply whether your teams are using it. But here's where Gemini moves from productivity tool to enterprise platform, and why CXOs and technology leaders need to pay close attention. Google has built Gemini into a multi-agent orchestration layer. What that means in practice is that a single natural language instruction can now coordinate multiple actions simultaneously, pulling data from Salesforce, updating a Jira ticket, summarizing a Drive folder, and sending a follow-up in Gmail, all from one prompt. No developer involvement required for most of these workflows. For sales teams specifically, this is transformative. Gemini can monitor pipeline data, surface anomalies, prepare meeting briefs from CRM history and email threads, generate first draft proposals from past documents, and automate follow-up tasks after every call. For finance, HR, procurement, and operations, the use cases are equally compelling. And because the data is already inside Google's ecosystem, the privacy and governance controls are native, not bolted on afterwards. The regulated sector angle is also maturing fast. Financial services, healthcare, and public sector organizations are actively deploying Gemini Enterprise with full data residency options, customer-managed encryption keys, and compliance controls built for enterprise-grade governance. Here's my honest assessment for business leaders evaluating their AI strategy. Gemini's strongest argument is not that it is the most powerful model on every benchmark. Its strongest argument is that it is already where your people work. The AI platform that requires the least behavior change sits inside the tools your teams already trust and delivers value from day one without a complex integration project. That platform has a genuine advantage in enterprise adoption. And adoption, not capability, is where most AI programs succeed or fail. The question I'd encourage every CXO and technology leader to ask is this: if Gemini is already inside your Workspace subscription, what would it take to actually turn it on, train your teams, and measure the impact? Because paying for a capability you're not using is not a technology problem, it's a leadership one. Next week, I'll be covering OpenAI and ChatGPT, the name everyone knows, and the enterprise reality behind the hype. What's your experience with Gemini so far? Are your teams using it, or is it still sitting untouched inside your Workspace? Drop it in the comments. See you next week. Thank you for watching.